this topic, it really fascinates me, the working of mind, because I really feel that it brings the spiritual realm, and it brings science together, it brings biology together, it brings physics together with spirituality. And somewhere, if we start looking into the deepest aspects of it, uh, I really feel that we can go into a whole picture, the bigger picture. So the sag and the palak wala is gone now. So I've seen, as I work with people and as I've worked with myself, as we start changing, as we start going into new behaviors or making new choices, we move 3 steps forward, and then we take like maybe 2 steps back or 1 step back. And I've often seen that many times people feel discouraged, or they feel critical of themselves. They feel that, oh, maybe we are not doing enough. Or, like, why I'm back to square one? Why can't things be different? So I feel, to understand the process of change, so as to facilitate change and so as to step into the new as easily as possible, it's essential to go into the layers of what is happening inside us. What produces a certain behavior within us, what leads to certain interactions in our lives, and how it's all coming from within us. How, if I change the situation that I am in. And that is what true change is all about. So if you look at it, if we go into what would it really mean to change? So there is this external flow of life with all of its happenings. And there is the me. Like there is this happening, this little baby in the neighboring house is crying loudly. So about this, what is it that I can do about this? How do I come to meet the situation? I can come to meet the situation in different ways, from different attitudes and perceptions and responses. I could get angry. I could get irritated. I could think that, oh, I'm feeling disturbed, and how do I go on with this? Or I could feel, oh, maybe there are people listening, and maybe they are being inconvenienced. Or, whatever, I'm recording this, and this sound is also going in. So with the same situation, what is in my hands is my response. So I feel that's what change is about. Change is about responding to the same situation in different ways. Change is about making different choices. Okay. And I'm going to take it back to our mind, because from there originate our responses. But it's happening so automatically. Those circuits which are firing in our brains, they have been firing for so many years that we go on giving the same responses. So there is a situation. There are those people in our lives, and we go on responding to them in the same way. We'll wake up in the morning and we'll have the same thoughts. And so we'll feel the same. Okay? What are feelings about? Feelings are about the biology in the body. Where they're stemming from? They're stemming from the thoughts that we play in our mind again and again. Start observing yourself when you wake up. What are the thoughts that you're having? They say that 90%, more than that, thoughts are similar every day. And so we go on feeling the same way, because those thoughts again would release these chemicals. They will act on the cells inside our body, right? And we will have some perceptions. It could be the perception of anxiety. It could be the perception of anger. It's coming from the circuit here. So the circuit, and it's going into the sensations, the body that we create. Okay? So all the cells in our body, they have these genes inside the DNA, right? And how are the genes getting activated? The genes are getting activated. If you have lost me here, I will go back, right? I'll explain it a little bit more, because now we go into the science of the thoughts that we think, and how it's converting into the biology in our body. Okay? So the thoughts with the electrical circuits, the neuronal circuits which would fire. Okay? So this is not spirituality. All of this can be mapped. So they can take a map out of my brain when I'm thinking those negative thoughts, and see that what's happening inside my brain. So similar circuits would be firing, and that goes on to act on my body, on all the cells. Right? That produces the biology. Genes are turned on and off depending on the chemicals which are released, which go on to producing the diseases that we suffer. We are creating the body that we have by the thoughts that we think. The thoughts that we think are deciding the feelings that we have. Right? But it seems to us that this is the situation which is making me miserable. Or this is this person who is responsible for me not feeling good. But what do you think? In any situation, with any person, can we not meet that situation in a different way? And from where I started from, moving to the new me. So if I'm able to come to this, that yes, I do not like my responses, or I'm able to come to this, that I do not like how I've been thinking, and I realized that has been making me feel bad. And yes, I want to move on to feeling good. I want to move on to thinking in different ways. And then we find that many times we are able to do it, or sometimes we are able to do it, but we tend to fall back. Like, again, taking 5 steps forward and 3 steps back, or 1 step back, and we feel frustrated because of that. Right? So for that also, we have to keep working on our mind diligently. So the circuits which have been firing, they are firing because they have been firing like that for years, right? To change them, one needs diligent work, one needs a commitment, right? And stop if you're thinking that it's hard. It's not hard, right? So I will suggest you the easiest way to work on it. So this is really very easy. Once you wake up in the morning, before you get out of your bed, you know, so before your mind again starts tuning into all the things that are not working in your life, right? And then again going into that mode of not feeling good. Before that, stop yourself. A new thought can be introduced, a new intention can be introduced, a new focus can be introduced. If you remember one thing, let it be this thing, that the greatest power that you have is the power of your focus, where you focus on. So, morning, when you wake up, give yourself maybe 5 minutes, 10 minutes. And for these 5 minutes, focus on who you want to be. Just imagine yourself there. Like what you want in your life. Maybe if it's abundance, or is it good relationships? Is it, just feeling happy, just feeling fulfilled inside you, or whatever it is? And getting along with X. Just imagine that that's happening. Okay. So if you're aiming for that, yes, I have that X job, and I have this really nice job, and I'm very fulfilled doing it. Just imagine that it has happened, right? And we will go into it in the meditation also. We are going to do that practically also, but I'll just explain it a little bit to you. And as you imagine that, feel how it feels. How does it feel if all my relationships are in harmony? How does it feel when I'm like so abundant, and I can enjoy all of that abundance? How does it feel if I'm in such a good health? If you've been aiming for good health, how does it feel to be healthy? Okay, so just imagine that it has happened. Imagine it in its completeness, feeling how your body would feel. You know, how emotionally you would feel. Okay, and as you feel it, as you feel those feelings, believe me, you are crystallizing that reality. See, your brain, mind it, your brain does not know what is real and what is imagined, does not know that difference. I hope all of you know that. If now you just imagine eating a rasgulla, or something yummy yummy, like my mouth has already started watering, so you'll start salivating because your mind does not know whether it has really happened or not. So when we instead we imagine all the bad things that can happen to us, your mind thinks that, oh, it has happened, and life is just going on terribly, and everything is not working out. And the mind will release those chemicals which support that. Maybe stress chemicals, which would probably, make us um, maybe palpitate, take it, pains in the body. Okay, or there's a danger somewhere, and how will the body react depending on the chemicals which are released? Okay, so but if you imagine that everything is going on fine, everything is working out, so The mind will change the chemicals that it is being released. And don't give up on that. Don't think कि एक बार सोचने से क्या होगा. As you keep on doing it day after day after day, you crystallize it. Okay? And you complete that process by going into a feeling of gratitude. Whatever it is that you want, have a feeling of gratitude that it has already happened. Okay? So this is called bridging the gap between the new you and the old you. Dr. Joe Dispenza describes it very well. So here we are bridging the gap between these two. How do we bridge it? We bridge it by using gratitude. We bridge it by feeling good, right? So we can use the mind as a friend. Our mind does not have to be our enemy. Our mind need not run on redundant programs. It's running on these automatic redundant programs. See how we react quickly to things. We'll react in the same way every single time. We make the same choices. Just like look back on the days that you have, what you do when you get up, or how is your day planned? How what people are you meeting? The work that you're doing. Do you keep repeating the same things every day? So unless you start making different choices, life also does not change. So that is coming from behavior. You also light up new neuronal circuits when you do different things. Okay. So it could be very simple things also. It could be changes in routine which are like really very, very simple. But it will help you to put the new you into place by responding to situations differently. If you have been responding to this situation in this manner for all these years, and all these years it does not work, okay, let me try something different. So that comes off from a behavioral level. Okay, so how the mind works is that those neuronal circuits which have been firing for years, they go on firing in the same way. Okay, those chemicals are released, they act on our cells, and we experience an emotion. And do you know that our body becomes addicted to experiencing those emotions? And that is another reason that we remain stuck in the old me. Believe it or not, this brain and this body, this dynamic producing these chemicals, it produces an addiction wherein, okay, so I have been feeling sad all these years. For example, if I've been feeling sad all these years, then to me, sad is me. If I'm not sad, it just might feel uncomfortable. Like, who is this? I don't know where I am. Okay, let me go back to feeling sad. Okay, brain, remind me all the things that are not working. Oh, and all the things that can happen, all the things that can go wrong. Kick it in. Oh, I'm back to feeling sad. Oh, that feels okay now. So that is also one of the things that keeps us stuck in the old me. Okay, so we have to get our body used to the new emotional state by embracing it again and again. It will try to bring us back. It will try to bring us back to the same feelings, the same circuits will, the same redundant circuits, they will again light up. But we have to choose a different circuit. We have to create a different circuit. What are those different circuits? Those are the positive thoughts, the affirmations that we speak about. It could be, it says nothing is working out, everything is working out with divine grace. Life is going fine, and life is becoming better and better. Notice all the things that you have become better at. So here we are trying to make new circuits in the brain. So, as you understand the working of your mind, you can use the mind to your advantage. But if we don't understand and if we remain slaves to our mind, then we remain stuck in the same emotional states or the same ways of doing things that we have been doing. Okay, so going back again and again and again, and every time you will be like, okay, 30% new, okay, like 40% new, 50%, 60%, until it will be 100%. And people have been able to transform everything with this, be it diseases, be it relationships, be it work issues, anything, you name it, anything can be done. We really are creators. Yeah. So sometimes what we create are the new neuronal circuits in our brain. And when we create them, we go on to the new us. It's as simple as that. Okay. So let's go into a simple meditation, a small meditation we'll do. Yeah. So just, yeah, sitting comfortably, maybe your back straight, closing your eyes, and just observing your breath for a little while. And as you observe your breath, bring to your mind, what is it that you intend yourself to be in the future? How do you want to see yourself emotionally? How do you want to be feeling? You can name the emotion, you can feel the emotion. How would you like your life to be? For example, with your family, how would you like your relationships to be? How would you like to be feeling when you're interacting with your loved ones? You can name those feelings and you can feel them as you name them. Work wise, imagine how you would like your life to be. Look how your health is. You have the freedom to visualize anything. Don't believe in any limitations that this is possible and this is not possible. Right now, anything is possible. Visualize how you'd like your health to be, how you'd like your body to feel. What are the new good habits that you'd like to have? And it's very important to connect to this feeling of how you feel when all of it is there for you. And as you feel it, have a gratitude inside yourself. Gratitude is the magic for transformation. It's the signature that this has already happened. Go into this beautiful feeling of gratitude. And just being with your breath for a little while. And whenever you feel ready, you can come back to this moment by gently opening your eyes.